You know when you get a package in the mail and you think, man, that thing was poorly packaged? Well, this is the exact opposite of that. This is what Vanleigh sent me, and this is housing the CPAP stand or mounting bracket that they make for the Beacon. That is insane packaging. It doesn't weigh that much. It's just insanely packaged. That is really, really cool. I went to go pick this up and I thought I would just be able to, you know, throw the box in the back, and I didn't realize that it was going to be an actual crate. But this is how Vanleigh packages their CPAP holder. Okay, so we have the generator running, got all the slides out, and we're gonna come up here and show you what the CPAP stand looks like. So it's a dedicated stand. It's actually not attached or fixed to the wall. It's definitely, you know, something that requires a little bit of space, but they've designed this to go on either side of the bed. And the reason for this is that, let's say they put a CPAP stand here, but you sleep on this side, or at least the person who needs it sleeps on that side. With this setup, you can move it to whichever side you're looking for. Now, this specific CPAP stand is custom built for you. If you need it, they actually paint it to match whatever interior color you have in that area. And again, you can take it out of there and you can put it on either side of the bed wherever you want, which is really nice. So it's designed to be more of a custom, removable, movable luxury item that gives you flexibility with it. And that's pretty ingenious, to be honest with you. It's really nice. If you have to move it a little further away, if you have to move it closer to the bed, it's just an extra piece of furniture. And then when you're done with it, you just stow it under the bed. So that was kind of their entire philosophy behind their CPAP stand. They knew that their customers needed one, but they did not want to make it something that was permanent in the event you didn't need it, or you wanted to move it to one side versus the other. I think it's very thoughtful, and it's built very well. I mean, the craftsmanship behind this matches that of their cabinets. Very, very nice painted finish. Looks very nice, looks well made. Just a very, very cool item. So I don't know what this costs. I'll definitely ping them and ask them what this goes for if you need it. I don't know if they just include it if you ask for one, but I will find out. I know this is something that you can get added on as an accessory when you buy the unit from a dealership, so I do imagine there's going to be a cost associated with it. But at the same time, I mean, it's a custom item specifically for those who need a CPAP stand. And if you don't need a CPAP stand, this might work really, really well for a smartphone, for your wallet, just extra space to store things that you might want to take with you, but at the same time removable if you don't need it there. Right? If you don't need to put your stuff on the side, if you're not worried about that, you don't need to use it. You can opt for not getting it, or you can get it and just throw it under the bed when you're not using it. Now I'm going to lift the bed up and we're going to put this underneath so we get an idea of what it looks like. So, lifting the bed up, we actually used this vacuum cleaner the other day. It comes with a box right here for the central vac system. And I'm going to push the hose aside there. Let me grab this stand and set it right there. I think it might go the other way. There we go. And you would just close the bed on top. Now this is going to be a potential challenge because the CPAP stand sticks up about an inch higher than this lip right here, which means if I close the bed, and I'll try to do it gently, yeah, it's sitting on the CPAP stand and it's not letting it close completely. So that's a bit of a concern, right? I would definitely recommend that they cut this down a little bit. They had told me you just throw it under the bed when you're not using it, and I don't think you can realistically do that. If they made this just a little bit shorter right here, maybe shaved an inch off, it would fit perfectly underneath the bed. But even though there's not room for it there, I believe you can just set it right inside of here. It's not really secure, which means it'll likely slide around a little bit, but that's going to be something I have to kind of figure out. I mean, once the slide's in, I could always crawl over the bed and put it right here, or I can always put it on this side and just lay it down, which is probably what I'll end up doing. So I'll take this out of here and just set it maybe right here. And then once the slide is in, we'll see how much room we have to play with. And there's enough of a lip here so I could actually lay it flat, so I don't have to worry about it sliding around. So I could lay it like that. And it doesn't really slide around much on these vinyl floors. And then something else I learned about, we talked about in the previous video where I went over some of the things that we thought could have been done a little bit different. These keypads, how you actually have to press a button for the keypad to turn on the lighting. And what they had told me is that these are actually all battery powered. So they didn't run wires through these walls. These are powered by batteries, which last about a year, maybe a little bit more than a year if you don't use your RV too much, but they should at least last you a year. And these all speak to the control panel up here wirelessly, which is really cool. So in essence, you don't have all sorts of wiring running through all your walls because this is an item that just runs off of batteries. Now, someone in the comments told me that there may be a way to turn the backlight on the keypads from here. And if there is, I don't see it. Let's see here, connected galley. Yeah, these are all wireless switches. That's really cool. But if you know how to do it, please let me know, because I do not see an option in here to turn the backlight feature on the wall switches and have them stay on. Plus, if you did have them stay on, they would probably drain the batteries dead very quickly. So that's probably the reason why they don't stay on. Not a bad system. Again, it's just, getting familiar with where the buttons are when you want to turn them on and off, especially if it's dark. So included in the crate with the CPAP stand was this UPS envelope. And all this literally arrived to me overnight. And they tell me that if you're a customer of theirs, don't expect anything less, that they will package up and ship you out what you need, typically in a crate, overnight. Now, I'm sure cables they would have just packaged up in an envelope, but anything that is potentially breakable, anything that could be mishandled by a shipping company, they package extra well. And a testament to that is the box you saw at the very beginning that they built specifically for the CPAP stand, and this was bundled inside of that box as well. But they sent me 2 additional HDMI cables as well as new audio video cables to replace the cables that were torn loose from the back of the TV. Now, I could have taken this to a service center. This is something that, they would probably do, or they likely could have sent someone out to do it. But this is such an easy job. I just told them I'll do it myself. Why do I need to go through the headache of having somebody come into my RV to fix this when it's something that I should be able to fix in a matter of minutes? So I'm gonna try and tackle that today. I'm gonna swap the cables out, put the new cables in.